There are so many ways to describe Hudson, Wisconsin. Beautiful, trendy, delicious. But for me, Hudson is home, and I can't wait to share it with you.
Hello and welcome to Discover Wisconsin.
This is an anthem for those who look for more and never say they've seen it all. Windows down, let's take a ride. The good land's great tonight.
Hi everybody, I'm Collin Geraghty, and welcome to Discover Wisconsin. We travel all around the state looking for great stories. Where are you from? What do you love? Well, today, I want to show you where I'm from, what I love. Join me in my hometown as we discover Hudson, Wisconsin. Hudson is located along the St. Croix River, right along the border with Minnesota. In fact, it's less than a half hour from the Twin Cities. When I was growing up, it was a really small town, and it's evolved into a much more sophisticated, almost cosmopolitan sort of feel. Really an extension of the Twin Cities metro area, for sure. Hudson now has amazing restaurants, a thriving art scene. It really is a destination. But I promise it's not just hometown pride that makes me love Hudson. Just ask Joyce and Dewey Anderson, who spend much of the summer here at the St. Croix Marina on their boat.
We've had the boat since 1976, so we love the river. We love going up and down the river.
It's just very relaxing. Being on the river, being in the marina is just like, it's our getaway down here. It's like our up north cabin, we just don't have to mow the grass.
This marina is a very friendly marina. You just have a melding pot of all kinds of different people. We have a number of rental slips here. Over half of the marina is rental people. And then we have also 30 transient docks in the marina. They are available for people from St. Paul to Lake City to Florida to come and spend a weekend, because that is the St. Croix River. From the Hudson Marina, you can boat anywhere in the world via the river systems in the country.
You cannot live in Hudson and not take advantage of the river. I don't know why you'd even want to leave to go anyplace else.
Now, even if you don't have your own boat, you can still get out on the water in Hudson. Just book yourself a river cruise with Dan. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
Good, doing great. What a beautiful day to be on the Grand Duchess.
Thank you. It's absolutely gorgeous out here today.
So tell me more about the Afton Hudson Cruise Lines and the Grand Duchess itself.
Sure, well, we're here in downtown Hudson, Wisconsin, where the Grand Duchess resides here right off the city pier. We started our dinner boat company just about 30 years ago. So every Sunday we offer a Sunday champagne brunch cruise. We do luncheon tours, our wine cruise, and Oktoberfest cruise are a couple of the other fun cruises that we put together.
Well, tonight's cruise sounds like a ton of fun. Fajitas and margaritas, right?
Right.
Well, let's get the party started. Looks good. Can't wait to see what it tastes like. To boats. To boats. All right, cheers. So the Fajitas and Margaritas cruise is a bit of a fiesta. People are having a good time. It's kind of a fun and rowdy bunch that we've got going on here tonight. But most importantly, the St. Croix River is absolutely gorgeous. And I can't think of a better way to end my day in Hudson than on the water. Learn how to book your own river cruise in Hudson at discoverwisconsin.com. Coming up, I walk and ride around some of Hudson's most scenic spots. Stay with us. Welcome back to my hometown, Hudson, right here on Discover Wisconsin. It's not just the beautiful St. Croix River that draws people here. The natural beauty of this entire area is incredible, and there are so many ways to get out and see it. But many locals will tell you, and I have to agree, one of the best ways to get to know Hudson is on two wheels. So I caught up with Art Doyle, an old family friend who owns a local bike shop and knows these roads probably better than anyone.
I started the business because at age 15, I just really got wrapped up in riding and fixing bikes. And at age 28, I decided it was time to try my own bike shop. The ability to interact and serve cyclists of all ages and all types of riding is a joy. So that's why I still do it, because it's a joy.
And bicycling in the city of Hudson is relatively nice and flat. Once you get out into the countryside, you've got some good hills to work with. So it's kind of a good diversity for folks who, might be looking for something different.
For a lot of people, the challenge of climbing a hill or accelerating out of a corner or getting to curve around a lake is more invigorating and more involving.
Nice. And there's some rustic roads as well.
Trout Brook is a must ride. It's along a beautiful trout stream. And then if you head north a little further, Perch Lake is a glacial lake, and it's deep and it's clear, and it's a beautiful ride that goes by it.
Upstream, we've got a brand new bridge connecting right near Stillwater.
It's a very exciting development because there's now going to be a loop trail which will connect Minnesota and Wisconsin, and you can do like a 6-mile loop on a beautiful trail.
As far as riding on the roads, this really is a spectacular place to get out, see some countryside, glacial features, farmland, and really just smell the fresh air. Now, if this is your idea of getting out on the open road, then you're in luck. Hudson has some of the best scenic motorcycle routes in the state. There's beauty everywhere you look in the Hudson area, but the crown jewel, in my opinion, in every season is Willow Falls at Willow River State Park. Just check out this view.
This park is a very special place because we have a lot of great features here with the waterfalls, the river system, and our trails. Last year we had around 900,000 visitors. We get a lot of people coming from the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, Wisconsin, and people from all over the world coming to see the waterfalls. We really try to make it a destination for people to feel like they're welcome.
Willow River State Park is so beautiful. It's not surprising it's a big draw for artists during Hudson's Plein event, held every summer.
Plein air simply means painting in the out of doors, so in the fresh air. They actually take their easels, their paints, and they head for all the beautiful areas in our beautiful city, and they paint on location. It has attracted the interest of the community. We live in an area which values the arts and appreciates the arts. The Phipps Center has done an extremely wonderful job of educating the community, both through the visual arts and performing arts. There are events in the area like Spirit of St. Croix Days, and then there are many artists who have located in the area, and I think that's part of what's really lovely about plein air is we see our community through the eyes of painters who come from the region. And so some of the things that we take for granted, they hone in on, and it kind of helps you see your community in a different light too.
As a watercolorist, I love the waterfall because it's got this great white shape that is fun to paint. For me, plein air painting is a very natural way to go about the process. So there's nothing standing in between me and the things that I want to paint. The inspiration runs high. So the energy, the sounds, the whole environment really is sort of just, you channel it through you and hope that that experience can be somehow conveyed on the paper or the canvas.
Start planning your trip to Hudson by downloading a free itinerary at discoverwisconsin.com. Up next, Mariah dives into downtown Hudson. We'll be right back.
We're exploring Hudson today on Discover Wisconsin.
Hudson is just one of those cities you fall in love with right away. I mean, everything from the art scene to the food scene and the outdoor recreational opportunities, it really does have it all. I always like to say that Hudson really packs a punch. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to spend a whole day making your way down 2nd Street and popping in and out of the shops here because they're phenomenal. They really do have it all. A lot of eclectic shops, a lot of vintage stores. I've done more damage on my debit card here than probably any other town in Wisconsin, but for good reason. Grand Fete is a really cool kitchen store located in downtown Hudson. So I have some really cool items you can peruse at the front of the store. In the back of Grand Fete is a full kitchen, and they put on some really neat events on a regular basis. I stopped in while Chef Jim was offering a cooking demonstration. He was showing us how to make some fall appetizers, and he did a really amazing job showing us some really cool dishes.
And you can start seeing some browning. I think you could start flipping those.
He let me get behind the counter with him and fry up some zucchini and corn fritters, which were amazing. We did a lot of sampling. I think they were definitely the fan favorite. I don't want to say that it was because I did the frying behind the counter, but I might take a little bit of credit for that. It was really, really good.
Downtown Hudson always has something going on, but a trip during the holidays is especially memorable when the town is decorated to the nines. And there's no better way to kick off the holidays in Hudson than the tour of homes. Hop on a shuttle and prepare to be dazzled while walking through a handful of gorgeous Hudson homes that go above and beyond when it comes to holiday decor. And after the holidays, you can beat the winter blues at the Hot Air Fair. Thousands of people visit Hudson every year with the hope of seeing these magnificent balloons take to the skies. This may come as a surprise, but hot air balloon pilots agree that winter is one of the best times to fly.
In the winter, it's actually a little bit warmer up in the balloon than it is on the ground.
Really?
So the burners keep you warm, and you're also moving with the wind, so you don't have a wind chill factor.
Now I want to know a little bit more about kind of the art and science of ballooning, if you will, because it's not as simple as just steering and deciding where you want to land.
I think one thing a lot of people don't realize is that we can't steer them. So we do go whatever way the wind takes us. And we can use winds at different altitudes to steer a little bit.
And that's exactly why every flight's different,
Exactly.
I would imagine. The weather's always different in Wisconsin especially.
Oh gosh.
So why do you do this? Why do you love it?
I love that it's different every time. There's no two flights alike, and it just is peaceful. I love to take passengers because most of the time it's their first flight, and just to see people enjoy it, I love that.
The Hot Air Fair also includes a torchlight parade that lights up downtown Hudson, as well as the Field of Fire, a truly illuminating experience.
And when the sun goes down, the lights go up here at the Hudson Hot Air Fair.
Find behind-the-scenes pics at discoverwisconsin.com, and remember to share your vacation photos with us on Instagram using the hashtag DiscoverWisconsin. Coming up, we're discovering all the flavors and flair of Hudson. Stay with us. We're wrapping up our journey in Hudson right here on Discover Wisconsin.
Part of what makes Hudson Hudson is the foodie scene here. It's probably my favorite part. So a relatively small town, but an insanely impressive restaurant scene. They have a little bit of everything downtown, from Mexican to Italian to American. You know it's a good foodie scene when you hear that people from the Twin Cities and Milwaukee drive to Hudson to check out the food here. And fun little fact, Hudson is actually the westernmost place in Wisconsin where you can buy Wisconsin craft beer.
Want to try a little bit of everything? Then reserve your spot on the Hudson Food Walk.
Downtown Hudson has truly become a dining destination for all of the Twin Cities. In our downtown district, we have nearly 20 independent restaurants. So on any given night, you can sample food from around the world and enjoy it right here in downtown Hudson. On our tour, people spend 3 hours going to 6 different locations, very popular locations like our wonderful German restaurant to Caribbean-inspired cuisine to great American fare. We've always enjoyed bringing people to Hudson, having them enjoy Hudson, having them go out to eat with us. And so we thought it would be a great opportunity to showcase our downtown historic dining area and bring more people to Hudson.
Hudson's wine scene has just exploded over the past couple years. The wine scene here is really thriving. And no matter what it is you're looking for in terms of the winery itself, you will find it here.
You can sip and sample your way through some of Hudson's newest wineries, including Cracked Barrel, Madison Avenue, and 65 Vines. Located a little ways outside of Hudson, nestled in the area's rolling hills, you'll find Bella Vines Winery. The Zimmerman family opened the winery in 2015 and continues to embrace the values that inspired them to start the business in the first place.
Our vision with Bella Vines was, and continues to be, a family business. When we really looked at this in the beginning, we said, how can we incorporate family? And it's bigger than just our family. We designed all of our labels to be able to capture not only moments that were important to our family, but also moments that anybody could relate to. For example, our most popular sweet white wine that we have is our Elementary, and that label is actually a picture of my granddaughter, Taylor, on her very first day of kindergarten. We offer today 9 different wines. We also do have a small commercial kitchen where people can enjoy appetizers, brick oven pizza, and it's meant to bring people together. What we have been trying to become is more of a wine experience. It's meant to be a social time where, whether, like I said, you're enjoying time with your family, with a significant other, with your kids, there's more to do out here than just taste the wine.
But whatever your drink of choice may be, chances are you can find it here at historic Casanova Liquor.
Historic Casanova Liquor started as a liquor store when we purchased it in 2003. We opened up and changed part of the store into a restaurant. And it's a full running liquor store and restaurant. It's got history that dates back to 1871, where it was a brewery, one of the first breweries in Wisconsin. So the caves we're in right now were hand dug in 1871. There's a lot of rumors of prohibition and what went on in these caves. This was an area they still hung out in and got to keep drinking during Prohibition.
The caves at historic Casanova Liquor are the perfect setting for a number of events held every year, including a Prohibition speakeasy party, where 1920s costumes are highly encouraged. And my personal favorite, Wine Cave Fest.
You know you'll find me wherever there's wine. Let's get sampling. Wine Cave Fest in Hudson was amazing. I'm big on sort of eclectic venues, and the Wine Fest here in Hudson would fit that to a T. I've been to the city multiple times, and I never even knew these caves existed. One of the reasons why I love wine tasting so much is you can go out of your comfort zone and try things you might not normally try. So regardless of whatever kind of winery you're looking for, from fancy to casual to kind of farm chic, you're gonna find that right here in Hudson. If there's one thing I've learned during my time in Hudson, it's that you will always walk away with a story and you'll never run out of wine. I'm Mariah Haberman. I'll see you next week.
Discover Wisconsin is the state's leading media brand. Continue the adventure at discoverwisconsin.com and stream episodes on YouTube and Roku TV.